Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is finally here, and boy does it feel so good. I've been getting the platinum in other Dragon Ball games over the last few months just for this moment. Because this is a new game, I'll go into more detail than I normally would. Oh, hold on. Have to accept the terms and agreement before I can do anything. Okay, now, this game has 50 trophies, 22 of which will unlock through story mode, or in this game it's called episode battle. I'll start with that to get used to this game. The only one available at the start is Goku's. From the looks of it, episode battle is only playing through the battles of whatever character I pick. So Goku's episode battles skip over all of Vegeta's fights, and even Gohan's fight against Cell. While playing with Goku, I unlocked my first trophy during the Android saga. I got it for winning 10 matches. It looks like winning any kind of match will count for this trophy. Although after I beat Cell, I'm a bit stuck. There's no other battle to continue with. Other character episode battles unlocked, so I'm assuming I have to play with other characters before I can progress with Goku. I'll do Vegeta since he's next in line. After every fight, I get player XP. I don't know how much because it doesn't give an amount. Eventually, while playing with Vegeta, I got to player level 5 and popped a trophy for it. I'm getting farther with Vegeta than I did with Goku. I got to the end of the Buu saga and saw the credits. I also got a trophy for finishing Vegeta saga. I guess that's the end of Vegeta for now. Let's see if I can play as Goku again. I cannot, so on to Gohan. I got stuck after beating Cell again when I noticed the fight I just did has a bonus objective for winning within a given time. It doesn't actually say what the time is, so I just have to win quickly. It's not easy when the AI likes to fly to the end of the stage constantly, wasting my time. I didn't think I did it in time, but I got a new cutscene and another fight with Cell, so I guess I did it fast enough. Now I can go into the Buu saga. I should check back with Goku after and see if there's something similar I can do there. I have the choice of actually fighting Spopovich, and you already know I'm getting my get back after what he did to Videl. After I whoop him, I unlock Videl as a playable character and pop a trophy for unlocking 10 characters. It's smooth sailing through the Buu saga and into the resurrection of F saga. There's only one fight here against a Frieza soldier and Frieza himself. Then it skips to the Universe Survival saga with 2 fights. The first is against Frieza again. After this fight, I got a trophy for earning a total of 1 million Zenny. I didn't know if this was cumulative or all at once, so I didn't risk it and just saved up all the Zenny I got. The second fight is against Dispo, and my god, he did a 75 hit combo on me. Yeah, I'm gonna try again. This time went a lot better. I beat him and saw the credits again. This is the end of Gohan saga, and I got a trophy for finishing it. Let's check back with Goku and see if there's a bonus objective. There is, and it's another defeat Cell quickly. Didn't I already do that? I guess let's try again. This is the same ending I got before, so I'm supposed to do the main objective? Let's try that. I'll just survive until the match ends. Okay, that worked. Wow, so me beating Cell with Goku was a what if? That's cool. Now I can go into the Buu saga, then the Battle of Gods and Resurrection of F, which is just one fight each. The future Trunks saga took a while, which makes sense since Goku was part of most of the main fights in this saga, but it wasn't as long as the Universe Survival saga. This was 11 fights long, and most of the fights had multiple enemies in them. I think I fought Jiren like 5 times in total. This does have a happy ending though. When I beat Jiren for the last time, not only did I get a trophy for finishing Goku Saga, but I also got all 7 Dragon Balls to summon Super Shenron at the same time. I can summon Super Shenron, but I'll wait on that for now. I check out Zenos orders and find out this is where I get titles from. I have a lot I can accept from playing episode battles. I accepted 1 and got a trophy for collecting 1 title. I also checked out the shop. Now that I have the trophy for getting 1 million Zenny, I can spend it for another trophy. I just buy a bunch of expensive items until the trophy pops. There's also ability items I can buy, which in total, I'll need 50 of them. I buy what I can for now, and I pop a trophy for getting 10 ability items. In the same place as the shop is customize. I just need to customize any character for another trophy. A simple outfit switch is enough. The last miscellaneous trophy I can do for now is to completely edit my player card. There's 8 pieces I have to edit. Favorite character, playtime, favorite mode, favorite BGM, favorite stage, the background, and my title. I was stuck because I edited everything, but the trophy didn't pop. Then I realized when I edit my title, I can change pages to edit the text as well. After I changed that, then the trophy popped. Now let's get back to episode battles. Next in line is Piccolo. I am so happy Piccolo got sidelined in later sagas because he only has 8 fights. After the Cell saga, Piccolo is done and I get a trophy for finishing his saga. Next up is Future Trunks. I wasn't sure if he was going to start with a fight against Mecha Frieza or if they were going to skip all the way to the Goku Black saga. They skipped to the Goku Black saga, which means it's a short one. This saga is only 5 battles, beginning and ending with Goku Black. Finishing it gets me another trophy. Now we're on to Frieza, and my god does he have it tough. His first 2 fights are each against 4 enemies back to back. His single fights against Goku and Trunks should be easier, but they hit hard and give me no space. Then he fights Goku and Vegeta in their blue forms. I do have my golden form, but let's be honest, that's not enough when they're both blue. I think this fight took me like 5 tries to get lucky. Ironically, all the fights in the Tournament of Power were the easiest. I did them all first try. I even got a trophy when I beat Toppo for unlocking 40 characters, because I unlocked Dispo when I beat him. And I got a trophy for finishing Frieza Saga. We're almost done with episode battles. Only 2 more characters, and they're both from Super, so they should have the least amount of battles. Should is the key word here, since Goku Black probably took the second longest to complete behind Goku. There's only 5 battles here, so why did it take so long, you ask? That's because each fight has alternate objectives, and I had no idea which would lead to the end of the saga, so I had to do them all. I'll skip to the solution and say this is the fight that needs to be done. The way to complete it is I have to be hit by a final hope slash from Trunks. Trunks shows up after a set amount of time during the fight when Vegeta leaves. I have to keep as much health as I can because Trunks barely uses Final Hope Slash. It's his ultimate that he never uses. He'll charge up his ki to max, but then just not use it. My god, I had so many failures solely because he wouldn't use it. And when he did use it, I had no health left. I was 1 hit away from death, and that was the luckiest attempt I had. I was so happy to see those credits because I knew I was done with Goku Black for now. Also, while I was working on this saga, I got another trophy for winning 100 battles. This tells you how long I was trying it for. I hope to God that Jiren takes mercy on my soul. There's only 5 battles, and the hardest one is probably the last one. It's a 1v3 against Frieza, Android 17, and Goku. I still did it on my first try, but it was probably the hardest out of his fights. There's the credits, and here comes the last trophy for finishing someone's main saga. You may have noticed I said someone's main saga. I will have to go back into episode battles for more fights, but for now I want to take a moment to get some other trophies. I have a lot of Zenny again, so I can buy enough ability items for a trophy. I needed 50. There's also a trophy for winning each of the tournaments in the game. I just did them all back to back. So in total, I got trophies for completing the World Tournament, the Cell Games, the other World Tournament, the Tournament of Destroyers, and the Tournament of Power. When I played the Cell games, I picked Perfect Cell, and my first opponent was Team Gohan Super Saiyan 2. When I beat him, I noticed something in the top corner, Special Banter Mission 12 completed. How did I do that? Keep in mind, I'm playing this in early access, so there's no information for trophies online yet. I have to figure this out on my own. I checked around until I landed on Whis' stamp book. In here is 33 special banter missions, each giving a detailed description of how to get them. To make this easy on myself, I went to offline battle versus a CPU and set the stage to World Tournament with Out of Bounds on. As soon as the match started, I'd walk off to lose instantly, and that would complete the banter mission. I did 20 banter missions in total to unlock a trophy. I got lucky that I chose Perfect Cell and by chance faced against the character I needed for a banter mission. I also decided to summon Super Shenron and regular Shenron, since I've had the Dragon Balls for a while. I got the Super Shenron Dragon Balls from finishing Goku Saga, and the regular Dragon Balls from doing Whis' wishes. I also checked back at Zenos' orders. There's a trophy for getting 100 titles, and by this point, I had done enough in the game to get more than I needed for the trophy. It's good that playing online isn't needed for most titles like it was in older Dragon Ball games. I hate to say this, but I have to go back to episode battles again. I'm missing 13 trophies from doing side chapters for each character. Think of these side chapters as what ifs, since they're not canon. Also important to note that all these chapters need to be unlocked on the default difficulty. The rest of the chapter can be done on easy, but the what if can't be unlocked on easy. I did the whole game on the default difficulty because I'm not switching it to easy. Goku has 3 what ifs in his saga. I still don't have a trophy guide to use since I'm doing this 15 hours after the game came out, so I went in blind. I figured I'd choose the opposite of the canon choices, like when Piccolo asked if I wanted to team up against Raditz. Instead, I end up teaming with Krillin. Master Roshi appears at the end, and so does Piccolo. The main difference is Goku doesn't die here. This changes fights all the way up to Namek. This is the longest side chapter with 12 fights, but it feels like 20 fights, since some battles have multiple enemies. One has the entire Ginyu Force as enemies back to back, and I get no health regeneration between fights. Once I defeat Frieza with Goku and Vegeta, then the chapter ends and the trophy pops. This one side chapter took me over an hour to complete. Luckily, like I said, it was the longest one. The other 2 in Goku Saga are shorter. These little lines seem to help me find where the other chapters start. This one starts at the battle with Raditz. Instead of surviving, I have to actually win. Then I just follow the fights that come next, including a difficult Great Ape Vegeta fight, and both Goku and Vegeta turning Super Saiyan in the Namek Saga. After this fight, the trophy pops. The last side chapter in Goku Saga is at the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. Like before, I have to choose the opposite of the canon option. This what if is only 4 fights, against Cell First Form, and androids 18, 17, then 16. The trophy pops after the fight with android 16. In Gohan Saga, there's only one what if. Normally, Gohan would only have to survive against Frieza, but here I have to actually beat him. Not too hard, considering I've been playing this game for 21 hours straight at this point, so I think I can handle a CPU. After this, there's only 5 more fights to do, one showing how Gohan Black would look. After beating Fuse Zamasu, the what if finishes and the trophy pops. I decided to do Future Trunks next, since he has 3 what ifs and only 4 fights in his saga, so I figured they'd be easier to find. For the first one, I have to beat Zamasu fast in my first fight against him. I wish it would say how fast I have to beat him, because I like to think I beat him fast enough, but the game will disagree. After a few tries, it counted. I feel like that time wasn't even that fast. This what if only has 2 fights, with no special conditions but to win. I spent more time trying to unlock this what if than trying to finish it. The second what if is the easiest to find. At the end of Trunks' saga, he has a choice to leave or stay. Leaving finishes the saga, and staying unlocks the what if. The first fight is the hardest. I have to get Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan each to about half health quickly to move on. I wish I knew how quickly, because I spent a half hour on this fight alone trying to do it fast. At some point, there's a choice to go with Vegeta or stay with Gohan. For this trophy, I had to choose Vegeta. There's about 4 fights more for this what if to end and the trophy to pop. For the last what if in Trunks' saga, I have to go back to the choice from before and choose Gohan. Instead of ending against Toppo, I end fighting against Jiren. I'm just happy I didn't have to do that fight from before again. Now I'll do Vegeta's what ifs, as he has 2 in his sagas. The first one was easy enough to find, as it was the first branching path. Instead of surviving against Android 18, I have to actually beat her. I am on hour 24 of playing this game straight, so she is not an issue. Hold on. She's cheating. Okay, maybe the lack of sleep is getting to me. There we go. Few more fights and this what if is over. I also got to player level 20 after one of the fights for another trophy. Okay, I think now it's time I go to sleep and continue when I wake up. Would you believe the fire alarm went off in my house and woke me up at 5 AM? If that isn't a sign to get up and keep playing, I don't know what is. In the time I was sleeping, there still isn't much info online for trophies, but someone did make a forum post on PSN profiles, coincidentally, on the next Vegeta what if I need to do. Apparently, I have to shake off Babidi's brainwashing, but the option isn't showing up. To fix it, I have to go to the fight before and beat Kid Trunks while taking little to no damage. The option to shake off brainwashing wasn't here for me, but it was after I did this fight, so I'm happy I saw this post. Only 3 fights and this what if is over. Piccolo has 1 what if and it's easy to find. There's a choice to help Goku against Android 19 or stand by. Choose to help him and Piccolo fights 19 instead. The what if goes until Piccolo has to fight and defeat Perfect Cell. After that, I'm done with Piccolo. Frieza's 1 what if comes from his fight against Vegeta and Goku. I have to beat them both fast. Why is this always the condition? This fight was tough before, but with more experience, it's easy. Funny enough, this 1 what if has 4 what ifs baked into it. I have 4 options of who I want to revive to be my teammate in the Tournament of Power. It doesn't matter who I choose because I need to do them all. The worst one is King Cold because in his fight, he forcefully switches in just to get one-shot by Kale.
My power's rising, overflowing.
Like actually, he had no chance. At least the others I can switch in myself if I want the help. After doing all 4 options, the trophy pops. Goku Black's what if is easy to find since I did every other branching path of his while trying to finish his saga. I have to defeat Goku and Vegeta quickly. Again, this time limit, whatever it is tight. It took me a few tries to do it in time. This what if only has 3 fights, so it gets easier after the difficulty of unlocking it. There's one more what if, and it's in Jiren Saga. As soon as the saga starts, there's a choice to make. Choosing wait and see will unlock this what if. One of the fights is against Master Roshi, and I actually got soft locked. I did a dash to go behind him, and Jiren just disappeared. I waited about 30 seconds and nothing changed. All I could do was hit start and restart the match. These matches were tough because they never ended. One fight was against Android 17, Frieza, Vegeta, then Goku, all back to back. Then the next fight was against Goku Ultra Instinct Sign, and before he lost, he went Mastered Ultra Instinct. The what if ends the same way the saga did, in the ultimate climactic battle. When it's over, I get the trophy for finishing Jiren's what if, and a trophy for finishing all sagas and what ifs in the game. Now I'm all done with episode battles, and thank God because that took a while. In the same menu next to episode battles is custom battles. These are the what ifs that players can create and upload. But there's also bonus battles here, which are what ifs created by the developers. I have to complete 30 of these for a trophy. There are more than 30, so I can skip some. Like this one that has Tien in a 1v5 battle. In fact, most of these fights put me at a disadvantage. Some goofy ones were Yamcha versus a team of Cybermen, where if I get hit by one of their ultimates, then I'm just dead.
Wait a second!
It one-shots me? and Captain Ginyu body switching with Frieza. When I finished my 30th bonus battle, the trophy popped. Inside Whis' stamp book are also wishes for special finishers. There's a trophy for viewing 20 of these. Earlier, when I was doing the banters, there were only 3 special finishers available. I figured if I did more of the game, then more would unlock. That did not happen. I took a guess and thought since the trophy description didn't say different special finishers, then maybe I could do the same one 20 times and it would count. This did work. I finished a match with Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Dragon Fist 17 more times and got the trophy. I wonder why the trophy was for viewing 20 when there's only 3 of them. I guess I could have done the same with special banter scenes too. I have 3 trophies left and 2 of them are for doing online matches. There's one for playing 3 online matches and another for playing 100. At the time I was going for this trophy, the servers for ranked matches were down, so I had to rely on player matches. Let me just say, I never want to do player matches again. It took way too long to do these trophies, because either I joined someone's lobby and they're sitting there AFK, this happened way too many times, or I would find someone who wants to play and I would win by too much, so they would leave. Now I'm not saying I'm incredible at this game or anything, but I've just played this game more than any sane human being should have at this point, so I have more experience with it. In the first 48 hours that this game was out, I only slept for 8 of those hours. You might be thinking, why didn't I just go do Quick Match to find a game fast? And that's because Quick Match doesn't put you into a match like it says. It puts you into a lobby. In that lobby could be a King of the Hill, which I am not waiting 5 matches to play one game, or another lobby with someone AFK. It took a while, but eventually I got the trophy for playing 3 online matches, and much later on, the trophy for 100 online matches. The last trophy is for summoning Porunga and making a wish. By this point, I still had no Namekian and Dragon Balls. I had no idea how to get them. I was in luck though, because when I went to check for any new information online, PowerPix had just recently uploaded a trophy guide. A bit late for me, as I only need 1 more trophy, but this will still help a lot. The way I get Namekian and Dragon Balls is stupid, let me just say that first, is by playing offline matches against the CPU. They have a random chance to drop after each match that I win. About a 5% chance according to the guide. This is going to take a while. I picked Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 since he has the most attack, and chose Frieza Force Soldier as my opponent since they have the least amount of health. Each game took about 20 seconds, but that didn't make this grind fun. I got a few Namekian Dragon Balls in the first 10 matches, so I thought this wouldn't take long. Within an hour, I had 6 and I only needed 1 more. This last Namekian Dragon Ball took longer to get than the other 6 combined. I'm specifying Namekian Dragon Balls because I can also get normal Dragon Balls. Before I got the last Namekian Dragon Ball, I got 4 normal Dragon Balls. When I got the last Namekian Dragon Ball I needed, I went straight to Porunga to make a wish and get my last trophy. Of all the Dragon Ball games I've platinumed, this was surprisingly the shortest grind. I didn't have a guide for 99% of my playtime, but I can still compare PowerPix's estimated time to my playtime. According to PowerPix's guide, this game should take around 15 to 20 hours to platinum. My PS5 says it took me 34 hours. Now that is a big time difference, but I also was on my own and had to figure out all the trophies except 2 by myself. So to me, it makes sense that I naturally took longer. I got this platinum so fast after the game came out that I'm actually in 14th place for achieving this platinum the soonest. And at the time of me making this video, I am currently in 15th place for the fastest time. I've also platinumed both Xenoverse games and Breakers, so check those out.